Yeah, truthfully, honestly, it was more so of just creating an income for myself and stopping helping build other people's dreams, and that was kind of the big thing there. Um, it is halfway money motivated at this current stage of my life. I'm 28 years old and still just trying to set a solid foundation, but definitely it was just the overall goal was just creating a different kind of level of service for the service plumbing industry.
This episode is brought to you by 10x Nerds. If you're a business owner doing real revenue, there's a good chance you're overpaying in areas you haven't even looked at. Things like credit card processing, insurance, telecom, and more. 10x Nerds comes in, audits your expenses across 30 plus categories, and finds immediate savings. And here's the kicker: they only get paid if they save you money. It's a complete no brainer. If you want to keep more of what you make, go check them out at 10xnerds.com. This episode is brought to you by Rakowski Law Firm. If you're a business owner or have built a level of wealth, but you don't have your estate plan dialed in, you're exposed. Rakowski Law Firm helps families and business owners protect their assets, avoid probate, and make sure everything transfers exactly how it should. This isn't just paperwork, it's a real strategy to protect your legacy. If you haven't looked at your plan in a while or don't have one, go to rakowskilawfirm.com. This episode is brought to you by my friend Silas Lagoy over at ForgeMark Wealth. If you're a high-income business owner or professional and feel like you're getting crushed by taxes, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not stuck. ForgeMark Wealth specializes in advanced legal tax strategies and wealth planning designed to help you keep more of what you make, grow it efficiently, and actually build long-term freedom, not just income. If you're making serious money but don't have a real strategy behind it yet, I highly recommend connecting with Silas and his team. What's up, everybody? This episode is sponsored by ExitWise. If you're a business owner thinking about selling your company, whether that's now or years down the road, you need to know what your business is actually worth and how to maximize that exit. That's exactly what ExitWise does. They help you prepare, position, and ultimately sell your business by assembling a world-class team of M&A experts around you, guiding you from valuation all the way through closing. If you want to know what your business is really worth and how to increase that number before you sell, go check out exitwise.com and get ahead of it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Builder's Bible. I'm joined by you go by AJ, right?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Okay, so AJ Robles, who is the founder of Mahi Plumbing, and he's a fresh startup. So I'm actually excited to talk to him because he's at a different stage in the business and hear what some of the challenges are that he's facing. And we see all the time that the trades are a great place to be. And so I'm curious to hear from a guy who just hung his own shingle how it's going and what challenges he's facing. AJ, tell us, how you started the business and how we got where we are today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Andrew. And pretty much the big difference for me was the kicker point was seeing the changes in private equity coming in and seeing the slow downhill of customer service and started to change that. And right now, passed my master's exam in November and started forming all the business ends side of things. And January 1st was the first legal start date of my business.
This episode is brought to you by Blue Collar Business Advisors. If you're running an HVAC, plumbing, electrical, or landscaping, or any other type of home service business and wondering where all the money is going despite growing your revenue, you need to talk to Paul Maskill. Paul has scaled and sold multiple blue collar businesses and now helps business owners improve cash flow, profitability, and financial clarity through outsourced CFO services. His clients gain a better understanding of their numbers, build predictable profits, and create a business that supports the life they actually want. One of the things I appreciate most about Paul is he's not just a finance guy. He's been in the trenches as an owner. He understands the challenges of running blue collar businesses because he's done it himself. If you're doing a few $1 million a year in revenue and want to stop guessing at your numbers and start building real wealth, head over to bluecollaradvisors.com. That's thebluecollaradvisors.com and schedule a discovery call with Paul and his team. Blue Collar Business Advisors, helping blue-collar business owners build financially healthy companies and achieve permanent profitability. This episode is brought to you by Corberry Digital. If you own an HVAC, plumbing, electrical, roofing, or home service business and you're tired of wondering where your next lead is coming from, you need to check out Corberry Digital. Corberry specializes exclusively in helping home service companies dominate their local markets through SEO, Google Ads, local service ads, websites, content marketing, and lead generation systems that actually produce a measurable ROI. Their team doesn't just focus on clicks and impressions, they help contractors lower customer acquisition costs, increase qualified leads, and build a marketing engine that scales. What I like about Corberry is they understand the blue collar space. They aren't trying to be everything to everyone. Their entire focus is helping trades businesses win in their backyard and generate more profitable jobs. If you're looking to grow your business, improve your online visibility, and build a marketing system that works, visit Corberry.com and schedule a strategy session with their team. That's Corberry.com. Tell them you heard about them on the podcast.
So what, out of curiosity, like what made you, were you working for somebody else? Did you just start in this career? Like what made you want to start your own thing right away?
Yeah, truthfully, honestly, it was more so of just creating an income for myself and stopping helping build other people's dreams. And that was kind of the big thing there. It is halfway money motivated at this current stage of my life. I'm 28 years old and still just trying to set a solid foundation, but definitely it was just, the overall goal was just creating a different kind of level of service for the service plumbing industry.
This episode is brought to you by Jonathan Keim and the teams at 360 Commercial Roofing and Top Roof Marketing. If you own or manage commercial property or you're a roofing contractor looking to grow, Jonathan has spent more than a decade helping businesses protect their buildings and scale through proven commercial roofing and marketing systems. His companies specialize in commercial roofing solutions, roof asset management, and marketing built specifically for the roofing industry. Whether you need a trusted commercial roofing partner or want to generate more qualified roofing leads, check out 360 Commercial Roofing or Top Roof Marketing. You can go to www.360, like 360, commercialroofing.com, and Top Roof Marketing, www.toproofmarketing.com. Now let's get into today's episode.
So talk to me, like are you guys primarily going to be residential, commercial, a mix of both?
Strictly residential service. That's all I've known for 9 years. Started as an installer, or started as a warehouse guy pulling parts, and went to being an installer, then went to sales, and then eventually just started being a service plumber for the past 5-6 years.
Okay. So what are some of the challenges at the very start of the business? It's interesting, man. I talked to a lot of owners that are in like that $3 to $10 million range. A lot of them forget what it was like to start. What are some of the challenges? I'm sure there's licensing, there's compliance stuff. Like what is all the ducks you've had to get in a row to get started?
Yeah. So it's really all the business side of things. I've always been told, hey, you got to learn the business side of things. It's not just plumbing. And that's more true than ever. Forming the LLC, getting taxes right. I'm a master plumber, so the licensing was easy for me, but I had to wait 8 years for me to be able to take that test. So it was kind of a hinder on the timeline things. But I'd say right now, the biggest challenge is making sure you're doing things by the book if you want to be that guy, which that's all. I've always tried to do that. I've never done side work or anything of that nature. Go out and market myself as a side work person, strictly family and friends. And right now it's just the cash flow. It's getting the name out there and that grind.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest hurdle right now.
Has it been all word of mouth, or have you done any marketing or ads or anything like that?
Strictly word of mouth. I ran like 2 ads and I just did it blindly. I just put some money in it and set a small campaign, but not really understanding the actual algorithm of things.
Yeah. So what is your hope for this business in a year? Where are you trying to be in 1, 3, 5 years from now?
Yeah, definitely by the end of the year, I want to hit about 250,000 of revenue. That's my goal for this first year. But definitely the 3 to 5 year mark is at least 2 trucks. 3 years is a solid time span, but it could happen a lot sooner than that. This ground up is a heavy uphill battle right now.
What do you feel like you need the most right now, AJ? Like, what do you feel like you need the most help with?
Right now, I would say it's just working capital. I was working out of a pickup truck for the first 2 months of this year. It's a Colorado pickup truck, and it blew a head gasket. So that set me back, and I actually had to borrow money from my parents to purchase a plumbing van. And I just got that done this Monday. It's still kind of ramping up, but I would say cash flow and working capital is the kind of big thing here. I can't dump a whole lot of money into marketing. So right now, what I'm doing is basically going to Home Depots, Lowe's, and just kind of, mingling in a sense with other contractors and see if they need some work, and then eventually just build up my name that way.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook groups, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. What when people ask you what makes you guys different, what's normally the response you give them regarding your business?
Yeah. The whole, honest pricing and, communication, that's all overused, but it's really just a solid foundation for most companies. And what I've noticed over my 9 years of residential service plumbing is I always get the same. They never called me back. They said they were going to be here 2 hours ago. They never showed up. So the communication thing is a real big thing for me. I always get told I reply too fast to people, but it's just we live in a world of communication where it's at our fingertips so easy. And to me, I feel like communication needs to be almost instant. And now with AI, it's here and it's growing more than ever. But the main difference I would say for residential service is basically just open communication, delivering 3 options and just letting the customer choose and just giving the benefits of all the options, just transparency. That's the big thing.
Yeah. So what would you say is going really well with your business right now? And what are some challenges you're facing? It sounds like working capital is a challenge you're facing.
Right. Working capital, cash flow. But looking back, the past 3 months, I'm learning a lot of business side of things, how to manage a calendar. For the past 28 years, I've never used a calendar. And now it's like, oh crap, I had this job scheduled here, this meeting here, this podcast here. So I think managing a calendar has been a pretty good change recently.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of maintaining a good track record of just everything.
Let's talk about AI for a second. How are you using it, or where do you feel like it's affecting your industry?
Yeah, right now I'm not using any AI at all besides, usual chat GPT. But for the industry side of things, customers are going to start using that quite a bit. They're going to start using that for finding a plumber near me. It's going to be the new Google. That's my opinion. So having your company being able to find your company through those AI bots would be a game changer for most people. Marketing through there, it's just changing so fast. To me, I feel I'm way behind the curve on a lot of technology stuff. I mean, I've never learned Microsoft Word, Excel, that I'm all behind on. So seeing these younger generation kids come in and just blow my mind on what they're creating and what they're implementing with AI so quickly, I definitely need to get on the train faster.
What do you feel like is something what question do I want to ask here? Yeah. What do you need to get to where you want to be besides, would you say it's lead flow? Would you say what's the biggest need of your business right now?
Yeah. Lead flow marketing. That's the nitty gritty of it, but I have systems in place. I have software, FSM. I have, kind of a sales process that I follow in homes. So I'm not just going in blindly in homes and just, fixing one thing. It's just more so of getting those calls and maximizing on those calls. So that's the big thing to grow this thing.
Yeah. Well, AJ, if people want to learn more about your business and who you are and what you do, where can they go?
Yeah, MahiPlumbing.com, Mahi Plumbing everywhere, Facebook, getting everything going on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. But the website's the big thing here. And got a cool phone number, 832-844-MAHI. So if anyone's in the Houston area or anywhere southeast of Texas, give me a call.
Awesome, dude. Well, thank you for coming on the podcast. Don't go anywhere because I want to keep talking, but thanks for coming on the show.
Yep. Thanks, Andrew.